The African Union: History and Important Facts. Africa is the second largest continent in the world and has one-fifth of the world's landmass. It contains the world's longest river, the Nile, one of the largest lakes, Lake Victoria, and beautiful rainforests. Minerals, gems, precious metals, and fossil fuels are abundant in this continent. Seems like a recipe for success. Apparently not. Much of Africa struggles with economic development and political stability due to its colonial past. The African Union is an intergovernmental organization formed to achieve security, economic development, and economic integration among its member states. The African Union was formed at the Summit of the African Leaders in Durban, South Africa in 2002. The African Union is now a continental union with 54 members. Morocco is the only country in Africa that does not belong to the Union due to the disputes over the Western Sahara territory. The African Union replaced the Organization of the African Unity, also known as the OAU, which was created in 1963 to eliminate the remaining colonialism and apartheid that still lingered at that time. The OAU became an advocate for human rights when it adopted the African Charter for Human Rights in 1981, leading to the formation of the African Human Rights Commission. On the economic development front, the treaty establishing the African Economic Community, also known as the AEC, became effective in 1994. The AEC is a significant step towards economic integration among the organization's members. The African Union is composed of several organizations, some of which are the Pan-African Parliament, the Assembly, the African Court on Human and People's Rights, the Peace and Security Council. The Pan-African Parliament is the legislature of the African Union. The Assembly consists of the heads of states and heads of government of each member state and is the governing body of the African Union. The African Court on Human and People's Rights has jurisdiction over all cases submitting to it concerning the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and related human rights laws and protocols adopted by the states in the African Union. The Peace and Security Council promotes peace and security for and among member states. Although the African Union has had some successes in improving the political and economic situation of its members, it has not always put the interest of its member states first and has been lax on keeping its commitment to human rights, and that its peacekeeping efforts have not been completely effective. For example, the African Union has had limited success in Darfur and has been unable to put an end to this tragedy. This failure is largely due to the scarce financial and military resources of the African Union. Domestic politics also play a role in this situation. Given the struggles of the African Union, it appears that there is a need in increasing support from the international community. More importantly, African Union members must reconcile their political differences and unite to achieve the goals of the African Union, which are peace and prosperity.